Back in the year 2020 AD, the Earth faced the devastation of the first great cataclysm. Earthquakes, torrential rains, tidal waves, and the melting of the polar caps signaled the unprecedented fall of an era. Billions died, and entire species were consumed. The few surviving humans huddled beneath the surface in steel tombs and waited. During these years, the human mechanics became the leaders of a new society. It was their task to keep running the machinery that enabled their tribes to survive. 450 years after it had sealed itself off, humankind returned to the daylight and was greeted by a radically altered world. A world that logically should not exist. A world where every creature that has ever inhabited the Earth now lives within the timeless ecosystem known as the Cenozoic Age. Given the chance, would the humans remember the Machinatio Vitae, the machinery of life, to revere the Earth and always preserve a balance among its creatures? Or would they revert to their destructive ways of the past?
It was only a nightmare, but it felt so real.
No! No! Stop! You'll upset the balance! You'll destroy the city!
Quahoon, Tenrek. You're in an awful mood when you don't get your sleep.
Cut the wisecracks, Hannah. What are you doing here in the middle of the night?
I just had the worst nightmare of my life. Earthquakes and mutant slithers. I dreamt the second cataclysm, just like before, only this time there were no survivors. What is it, Jack?
Hannah, get in the Cadillac. We've got a long drive ahead. We're going to see the Griff.
I don't think the Griff will be interested in my crazy dream.
Neither would I, if I hadn't just had the same crazy dream.
My spies saw Tenrek and the Wasoon woman take off with his Cadillac just before dawn.
Yeah? So what?
Knowing Tenrek, it spells trouble for us. We can't afford to have him interfere with our plans, especially not now.
Well, you're the all-powerful governor. Why don't you just have him detained? Permanently.
I'll leave that to you and your merry band of cutthroat poachers.
It'll be our pleasure.
What if it's not visiting hours at the Griff Grotto?
then they wouldn't have extended such a personal invitation. Follow me.
Jack Tenrick and Hannah Dundee, it was wise of you to answer my call.
What's wrong, Hob?
Our world is in terrible danger. Despite the efforts of the old blood mechanics like yourself, Jack, the balance of life has once again been upset. An ancient evil has been reawakened and is poisoning the earth. Unless you can stop it, the city in the sea will fall, as will your city of Wassoon, Hannah, bringing forth the second and final cataclysm.
Just like in a dream. What can we do?
That is all I can tell you. The rest you must discover for yourselves.
If Hob knows what's going to bring on the second cataclysm, why didn't he just tell us?
That's not the way of the Griff. They have a code against interfering in human affairs.
Same as always. When we humans mess up this planet, it's our responsibility to clean it up.
That's the balance of life.
Jack, look at those hideous red growths on that tree trunk. What could they be?
Never seen anything like it before. Maybe it has something to do with the ancient evil Hob warned us about.
Whatever it is, it's definitely unnatural. We have to find out what or who is behind this.
I think we should pay a visit to Hammer and his poaching thugs.
I'd rather wrestle a Shiva.
The day is young, Hannah.